I have been informed that my announcement has been deemed disrespectful.
Listen up, Dwayne, you bald fraud!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time!
Seth Rollins, I'm coming for you, boy. And I'm coming hard.
I am a visionary! I am a revolutionary!
The never seen 17!
Look at you now, boy! Ah! Look at you now! 4 letters, 1 word.
Last real champion, John Cena!
What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Rasslin with Ryan and Mike. Mike's being a little disrespectful here, so he's this a one-man show tonight. So
Is it really a one-man show? When well, actually, it is a one-man show because
no, I'm just kidding.
I don't remember Ryan doing all the editing on this show. But anyways,
Cool
welcome
story, bro.
to Rasslin with Mike. Oh, sorry. Welcome to Rasslin with Ryan and Mike. You know, the number one professional wrestling podcast in the world.
Probably just zooming on your face. They know I'm trying to see your nose hairs.
Of course they do. But of course they do. Well, they would rather zoom into my nose hairs than zoom into what's been going on Friday Night SmackDown. And most of what's been going on in WWE leading up to Wrestlemania, because it is Wrestlemania week. Ryan, how are you feeling about Wrestlemania coming up this Saturday and Sunday?
Doesn't feel like WrestleMania.
No, it does not.
We've only had a couple of feuds that have actually been, had good builds. I think Steph and Liv has had a good build as of late. Of course, Oba and Brock, Roman and Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those are the three feuds that are kind of carrying WrestleMania right now.
Really, it's only been Punk and Roman and Oba and Brock. That's pretty much been it. It's a 2-match, card. Basically, we're looking forward to one match, in the night one on, I'm sorry. There's no matches on night one that I'm really looking forward to. They're all on night 2. Because I was thinking Oba and Brock should have been the real main event for WrestleMania night 1, but it's not. What do you think?
Yeah, because the real main event of night 1 has the man who's going to save the fucking business, Pat McAfee.
What are you even talking about?
So, thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat.
You know why I call you? Your name is not Ryan, and it's Mark.
Pat.
Your name is Mark. You understand that? Because WWE will
you're a Mark. You're a Mark.
WWE spoon feeds you a lot of bullcrap, and you just happily take it. Oh, thank you, WWE. Oh, I love watching these horrendous 3-hour SmackDowns. That's you. And you still want to buy tickets to WrestleMania.
No, I want to buy tickets to go meet my GOAT. There's a difference.
No, you want to go to WrestleMania.
I want to go to WrestleMania to see my GOAT host. That's the only reason.
Is that the only reason?
Yep.
All right.
We going. No, I'm just playing.
I know.
No, it's WrestleMania has been, it's been a flop in terms of the build, and then SmackDown just been a bore fest. Raw has been by far the vastly superior show creatively,
right?
And by a lot, like it's not even close.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, the fact that they have just been putting all of their marbles into Monday Night Raw and SmackDown just feels like, man, it's a waste of a show. Isn't even what you want to call it. I mean, it's so mind blowing how crazy they have just blown up that entire main event for night 1 of WrestleMania between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, which they already had a good story going in. People had been waiting.
McAfee.
Oh, God.
McAfee.
Tell me why you're cheering for this. Did you get dropped on your head as a kid?
To mess with you. I'm doing it to mess with you.
No. You get dropped on your head as a kid, didn't you?
I am doing it to mess with you.
Get dropped on your head as a child.
No. Well, I mean, that's why you got a big old head.
No, I'm talking about you. You got dropped on your head as a child. That's why you're rooting for this stuff.
Nah.
You know what? It doesn't matter. You know why?
I hope Cody loses.
Because we're going to be watching the Lakers versus Rockets game 1 of the NBA playoffs instead
No,
of
we're
night 1
not.
of WrestleMania.
No one cares about Lakers Rockets game 1.
Everybody should be caring. Everybody
Nah.
should be caring.
Nah.
You know why? Because night 1 of WrestleMania. What?
Hey, this is a wrestling podcast. This ain't your LA
This is
sports
the LA Sports Roundup
roundup.
podcast, baby.
Nah, this ain't your LA
You can
sports
find it
roundup.
weekly on
Enough of that.
Spotify, YouTube.
Enough of that. Stop with the plugs.
You know what?
I don't consent.
What do you mean you don't consent? I run this podcast. Before we go any further, you can find the LA Sports Roundup podcast. You can find all the episodes of Rasslin and Ryan and Mike. You can find all our content, our TikTok, our Spotify, our YouTube page, our X page. You can find it all under Lace 'em Up Sports.
And if you don't hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons, then in the words of Dan Housen, you are cursed.
Exactly.
Speaking
But
of
going
Dan
back,
Housen, we finally got to see him wrestle.
we did. We did.
Was it
I
the
mean,
best of matches? No. Was it fun? Yes.
look, man, the fact that we're excited over Danhausen wrestling, I love Danhausen.
That's right. That's right, because we fan Housens.
But that's the only thing that's getting us going about SmackDown this past Friday. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot about how bad SmackDown was.
Even though Pat McAfee cut a hell of a promo.
Did he really though?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
How? Okay.
You're just afraid to admit that he can actually cut a good promo.
Well, reach over this.
He can cut a good promo.
Do you really find all this entertaining? That
No,
was the most horrendous segment in I can't remember. I mean, I've been watching wrestling for
there's been
almost 30 years.
There's been far worse segments than that.
This was far worse. Are you kidding
There
me?
has been so you think this was worse than when Roman got doused with dog food?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Yes.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you why.
Oh
Because
my.
never in the history of WWE have they ever been on their knees groveling for fans to still buy tickets. And they have never done that in the history of this company. They have never been on their knees groveling for people. Please buy our tickets. We're not sold out. They have Wade Barrett go on commentary and be like, I don't know why they're not in his accent saying, I don't know why, I can't understand why WrestleMania is not sold out. And then you can't understand, and then you have CM Punk who did his pipe bomb last Monday night on Raw. Not last Monday night, but last week on Raw. He, telling TKO to lower the prices, right? That's only half of it. Yes, the tickets are so expensive that they have priced out a majority of their fans. That's half of it. The other half is that the creative in this company has been bullshit. It has. You can't tell me that on SmackDown. What creatively?
Yes, I know. I literally just said the SmackDown creative has been atrocious.
So that segment on SmackDown.
True.
I'm circling this back to Pat McAfee's segment on SmackDown about the one with was it Toyota trucks or Ram trucks? We're talking about that one, right? You're telling me that was a hell of a segment. You're telling me that was a hell of a promo.
I didn't say that was a hell of a segment. I just said it's not the worst segment.
No, rewind. We're gonna rewind. I'm gonna edit this back.
I said it wasn't the worst because you said, "Oh, there's been worse." I'm like, "No, there hasn't. This was not one of the worst."
You just said 3 minutes ago that was a hell of a promo.
It was a hell of a promo by Pat.
Okay, you really think the one about Ram trucks? Basically on his knees groveling. I went to Ram Trucks and they're gonna pick up 25% of tickets sold for only night 1 of WrestleMania. That's the promo.
It's not like he's the only one that's plugged.
That was the most shameless, the most on your knees groveling I've ever seen WWE do. Horrible.
Well, then go talk to Ari Emanuel then.
But you're saying that was a hell of a promo.
Because it was. I'm
excluding You are on crack.
Excluding that part, everything Pat McAfee said was true.
You can't exclude it.
Everything Pat McAfee said was true.
What did he say?
that the WWE creative is bullshit right now.
It is bullshit, and he's this
That
is
the product is terrible and it's because of Cody Rhodes.
it's not because of Cody Rhodes. It is because of things like this.
He still said he still called them out on having bad creative.
Do you not see the pot calling the kettle black here? Do you not see how asinine that is? For somebody, Pat McAfee does not need whatsoever to be in this main event spot here in WrestleMania because
I mean,
literally he literally it's not about Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes anymore. They
they
have
have no
turned this
chemistry.
into Pat McAfee versus Cody Rhodes.
They have no Randy and Cody have zero chemistry.
What the hell are you talking about?
Watch their matches back. They're not. They
From
haven't
when?
had one good in ring
From
match.
when?
They have not had one good in ring match.
What are you talking
The
about?
best in ring match they had was their King of the Ring match, and that's it.
That's like the only match they've had together.
No, no, they've had
When?
plenty of other matches.
When?
WrestleMania 26.
My God, you are
20
you
they
are
had
you are you are
matches in
snow
20
you
they
are
had matches in 2013, 2014. His Cody Rhodes' first match was against Randy Orton.
Brian. What kind of edibles are you taking right now? 'Cause I would
All
like
I'm
to know.
saying is they oh
I
no
would
no no
like
no
to know.
all no all I'm trying to say is Randy and Cody have had more matches than you remember, and they've all been terrible. That's why you don't remember them.
Ryan, do you understand those matches that you were talking about happened almost 20 years ago?
The King of the Ring match was literally last year.
Was it? I don't remember it being bad.
It was okay.
It was good. It wasn't a great match, but it was passable. So you're talking about matches from when Cody Rhodes, before he left WWE in 2016 or whatever it was.
All
What
I'm
kind of edibles are you on?
I'm on no edibles.
You are proving my
I'm
point that
looking no. I'm looking at it from the perspective of like, yes, they've had matches before and everybody wants to say, oh, they have this 20 plus year history. Yeah, they do. But a lot of that history we don't remember or because it was bad or just we choose not to remember it.
you are just proving my point that you were dropped on your head as a child.
I wasn't, but okay.
Yes, you were.
I'll let
Yes, you are.
I'll let you think whatever you want.
The fact of the matter is that Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes had a good thing going on. They had a good thing going on, and people were excited to see them finally have a main event spot at WrestleMania. And then they stuck loose skin jelly roll in there, which okay, it's jelly roll. Nobody really, I do not care to see jelly roll on my TV. I've expressed that to you.
And I don't care to see Logan Paul on my TV because Logan Paul is also a celebrity cosplaying as a WWE wrestler. Don't give me that. Oh, he's a wrestler. No, he's not. He's a celebrity cosplaying as a wrestler, and he's riding off the coattails of WWE to make his brand bigger and to make money off of WWE. But Logan Paul is a celebrity.
I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette. You are
You
making
can't
me.
tell me that Logan Paul isn't a celebrity because he is.
You're gonna make me have a stroke.
Logan Paul is a
You are just.
celebrity.
What are you?
He
What are you
is.
talking about?
He is a celebrity.
He's a wrestler.
Stop,
He's a
stop sucking
full-time
off the logo.
wrestler.
Stop sucking off the
Okay,
Logan
we're
Paul.
you're not you're not. This is gosh, gosh. What you're in kayfabe mode all the
You
time.
are full of terrible takes today, Mike. I don't know what the hell got into you.
Look, the audience is gonna see that you were dropped on your
Can we
head as a
get back on
child.
topic? Can we get back on topic, please?
That Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes did not need Jelly Roll. They certainly did not need Pat McAfee to be inserting themselves into this main event feud,
Well,
main
that's
event
what they
match.
get. Well, that's what they get for having the whole mystery caller thing. It's because
Blame that on
everybody
Triple H. Why does
it's
Triple H need to have a
why?
mystery caller?
No. This one's not on Triple H. This was a TKO call. This was a Ari Emanuel call.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
you cannot blame Triple H for this one.
I won't blame Triple H on this one. I'll absorb him of all the blame. Why is TKO sticking their nose into creative here?
Because they're the ones that own it, and unfortunately, that's how it goes.
This
You
is
can't deny that they're technically the ones that own it.
Yeah, but this is bad creative here. This is horrible.
It
If it was
is,
The
and
Rock coming back, people would be excited about The Rock.
oh my God, quit it with The Rock. The Rock doesn't care no more.
Look, man, people love The Rock.
No,
Despite what he
they
did
don't.
last year,
No, they
not showing
don't.
up,
They
people love The
no, they
Rock.
don't. They hate The Rock.
People would still be upset about it. Don't get me wrong. People would be upset, but that's because they're no good jabroni idiots. But,
I mean, you're the biggest jabroni I know. So
I should be drinking tequila or vodka.
what? One beer. What?
Look, man, we do not need celebrities. This is the whole point of this conversation. We do not need any celebrity influence in this night one main event for WrestleMania. This could have been strictly Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the title.
Just like how you didn't need a shoehorn I Show Speed into the 6-man tag match.
I don't care about that because that's not a match that is marquee. He's not wasting anybody's spots. That's not a match that I'm like, oh, gee golly, I cannot wait to watch the Usos against Austin Theory and Logan Paul. And no offense against Austin Theory, Logan Paul, they're great wrestlers, but I don't care about seeing that.
They're mid at best.
I mean, you have the Usos there. The Usos aren't exciting right now. Austin Theory, Logan Paul, they're basically hanging on by a nail because all the other members of the division are hurt. LA Knight, it's LA Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
He
making
deserves
sure that he has a
better.
spot at WrestleMania, but that's it.
Yeah, at least he got a spot at WrestleMania. That's still a huge thing.
That's true, but I don't really mind ISO Speed because also ISO Speed, he got my respect when he took that nasty spear from Braun Breaker at the Royal Rumble last year. That guy will always have my respect, but it doesn't really bother me. What does bother me is making the night one main event about celebrities, about Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee. Yes, Pat McAfee is a part of WWE. Yes, but he was a broadcaster. He's an announcer. I wouldn't mind if Pat McAfee was back at the announce booth or having some kind of role on this WrestleMania card, maybe hosting it, maybe in the John Cena spot, hosting it. Right? I could see that being kind of fun. Right? But other than that,
One thing I feel like it would have made more sense to get Pat involved if it was because we do know WrestleMania is going to Indy in the future. I feel like that would have been a good spot to have Pat McAfee in some sort of capacity when they go
Mhm.
to Indy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, oh yeah, you put him in the main event, put him. No, I'm just saying I feel like if you wanted to have Pat involved in some capacity, you could have waited until it was in Indy.
Right.
Or have them involved when it's in Saudi, like commentating or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that, but
Look. I'm not disagreeing with you on the whole celebrity because I do think the celebrity involvement is overkill as of late. Like, I'm okay if it's like an every now and then thing. Like,
mhm.
that's fine. And I'm sure you would agree. If it's like every now and then, it's fine. If it's not like the focal point, it's fine. But when
Right.
it's the focal point, that's when you have a problem because it's like, wait, you have all these wrestlers. You have like the most stacked roster in like history, but you have to rely on outsiders to carry your biggest programs into your biggest show of the year.
Right. Right. Exactly. Well, look, at the end of the day, man, WWE has done a subpar, effort. They've had a subpar effort building the entire WrestleMania to both nights. Night two is basically a one match show, I think. Well, no, sorry, it's not a one match show because you have Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. But other than that, you know,
I think there's a lot of matches on the card that are going to be under the radar show stealers.
absolutely. I mean,
Like like
WrestleMania is still,
like like one thing I will say, I think Seth Rollins and Gunther has potential to be match of the weekend.
yeah, it does. That definitely has the potential to be a really good wrestling match. Maybe a
And
banger,
and
but
and this is one thing. Like I think the night one main event is going to be disappointing, but I also think the night two main event. I don't think the night two main event is going to be all that great as people are hyping it up to be.
something's gonna happen though. I feel like
I do feel like something will happen.
because WWE needs to set up a huge storyline going into the summer, and no better point in place to set that up at WrestleMania. So we'll see what storylines develop coming out of the main event of WrestleMania Sunday, going into the spring and the summer. But I feel like something big might happen. But we'll see. We'll see what they have up their sleeve. You want to
Yeah,
get
with something
into?
big. Yeah, what something big is happening at SummerSlam, which we're going to see Pat McAfee versus Jelly Roll in the main event.
Nobody.
And
No,
you're
that's
gonna like, and you're gonna
oh
like it.
God. No, I'm not gonna watch that if
No,
that's the case.
I'm
But
just kidding.
let's
Hopefully it's Gunther Brock at SummerSlam.
right. Well, that could happen for sure. But let's get into some WrestleMania predictions. Let's start with night one. I have the cards pulled up here. And then we can just give our takes on who's gonna win and what's gonna happen. Ready for that?
For sure, yeah. I feel like now that the WrestleMania card is pretty much finalized, I feel like now is the best time to actually give
Right.
predictions since the card is finalized.
Exactly. So WrestleMania predictions here. Starting night one, we have Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and ISO Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. This is going to be the first hour will air on ESPN, ESPN, the regular channel on
Yeah,
cable.
ESPN. I think Saturday the first hour is ESPN two, and then Sunday is ESPN,
Right.
or vice versa. It's either
No, I
but
think this
either
will.
way, either way, the first hour of each night will be on ESPN.
Yeah. I think yeah, I know you're right. I think it's ESPN too for the first night. But what do you think? Logan Paul versus Austin Theory and ISO Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight.
It's okay if they're smart. It should be the Usos and LA Knight,
I
but because a celebrity is involved, they always generally lean toward the celebrity winning.
mm, right.
So, but I feel like we could see a potential, turn. I could see Jey Uso turning.
You know something
Not the Usos, Jay.
that's interesting. That's
I
an
think
interesting take. Yeah.
because it's kind of been teased over the last couple of months. If you haven't noticed, and he kind of got up and he was the one that bossed Roman around, kind of with the whole CM Punk thing. So
Yeah, I think you're right. I could see something very well happening. I could honestly I'm gonna predict that Logan Paul and Austin Theory and Ice Speed get the win here. I think those two, because of what the vision has gone through the last several months, they need a big time win. I mean, Logan
because I
Paul and
don't
Austin Theory
think
in general,
I don't think anybody cares about the vision right now.
they need a huge win, to be honest, if they want to keep any momentum towards these guys. So I'm going to predict that Logan Paul and Austin Theory with ISO Speed get the victory here. And also, I could see, look at after the match, the Usos are in the ring with LA Knight, and you see Jey Uso snap. I think there's a great possibility for that. But it's also WrestleMania. They're going to want to keep the fans happy. So I could also see them giving the Usos the win, but I don't know. The first idea sounds really more tempting to me. I would do that, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
predict. Yeah,
I feel like just because the J turn has been teased, it's like at some point they got to pull the trigger, and I feel like WrestleMania is like the perfect place to pull the trigger
right.
because it
And
would be unexpected.
maybe not so much a heel turn, but just something where
A
yeah,
more serious J,
yeah, exactly,
like no, like enough with like the yeet and all that stuff.
right. And then you have the second match of the night, which will also be on ESPN two, unsanctioned match: Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. How do you see that going?
I see Jacob Fatu getting the win here, and I only say that because Drew McIntyre is leaving after WrestleMania to go film a movie.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and I feel like if they do want to build up Jacob, to be in the main event picture, world championship picture, I feel like he needs the win here, and I think
Hmm.
these two are gonna put on a good match. Especially because the last couple unsanctioned matches we've had have been bangers, so I have a lot of high hopes for this match. I think Jacob Fatu gets the win, and I think this match is going to be pretty brutal.
Yeah, look at if Drew McIntyre wasn't taking time off to go film a movie, I would say
I would say he wins, and I would say he needs the
right,
win.
right. But because Drew McIntyre is leaving, I'm also going to give Jacob Fatu the victory here, and it also yeah, like I think you're right. I think it sets up Jacob for a title match very very soon. And then you have the Seth. I was going to call him the ring, ring general, the ring general Seth Rollins. No, then you have Seth freaking Rollins versus La Ring General Gunther. How do you see that one going?
Okay, I want Seth because Seth's my guy now.
But you know, I
Um,
didn't really get catch all of Raw today. Did they have an interaction?
yes, they did.
Okay.
Seth did what Gunther did, and Seth, attacked him from behind. And they
Hmm.
fought, and then Gunther went out, and then Seth got on the mic. He's like, hey, if you're a man, you'll come in here and tell me why you owe Paul Heyman a favor. If you're a man, you'll come in here.
Hmm.
He came in, and then Gunther and Seth did the whole like in their face, and Seth like pushed his head with his head.
Hmm.
The whole like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
the
got you.
the face off. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was tense. It
Okay.
was tense.
Yeah.
So,
Nice,
I,
nice.
so I feel like I know because this match was literally announced 2 weeks ago, so they haven't had much time to build. But I feel like this segment kind of help build it and deliver some hype. Because I think this match is going to be a great match. You have two tremendous in-ring talents,
Hmm.
um, but hopefully Seth wins and buries Gunther, and we never see or hear from Gunther again because it's forever fuck Gunther. So. um,
I could see Gunther getting the big victory here.
But I
I
do
think
see
they'll
Gunther getting the win because I'm curious to see what the favor is that Paul Heyman will owe him, and I feel like if he doesn't win, then he won't get that favor.
look at. I think Seth Rollins is at a point now where he doesn't need the win. I think Seth Rollins is a made man wherever he's
Yeah,
at.
it would be a different story if he was in a world title match or if
Right.
he was still world champion something
Mm.
or something. Then I think it would go different. I want Seth, but I do think they're gonna give it Gunther, especially because this is Gunther's record. You know how they built Gunther to be so dominant?
Hmm.
He's one and he's 1-2 at WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah.
His only win being WrestleMania 39 in the triple threat match.
Hmm.
But he's lost at two straight WrestleManias.
Yeah. So that's why I could see Gunther getting the big win.
Because
And
especially because I don't think they want Gunther to lose, 3 years in a row. But
right.
also the fact that it's like you said, Seth's the made man. The loss won't hurt him. And Seth is probably one of the most selfless guys on the roster, and he probably has no issue putting Gunther over.
And then I want to see Gunther fucking laugh at John Cena's face walking
But
back.
one thing that I do see happening,
Hmm.
just based off recent news, I do see Braun Breaker interfering, helping
Mm.
Gunther win, and then that's what starts to build for Seth and Braun Breaker.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
Because
That's
Braun
yeah.
Breaker has been cleared to compete from what I've heard, and reports are saying that Braun Breaker is cleared or at least if he's not, he's very close because he's been at the Performance Center.
Right. Yeah, we'll see what
So
happens with that one. And then you have the women's tag team fatal four-way match, which I'm not quite sure also what happened on Raw between that because I know the Bella Twins there's a little bit of
because Nikki
yeah.
hurt her ankle. And I
So
and the rumor and it's like if she can't go, it's like who will replace them? And
right.
it's like I don't really see anybody replacing them unless they pull off a surprise, but it's like I don't think they're gonna do that.
Right.
Unless they give us like, oh, a Trish and Lita like type of thing, but like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
yeah.
hopefully although I know I don't like those. But hopefully Nikki recovers. That way, they don't have to make any changes to the match.
Hmm.
So,
And then you have, well, so you have the Irresistible Forces versus the Bella Twins versus Charlotte and Alexa and versus Bailey and Lyra. So out of these four, I mean, really, who gives a shit? To be honest, if
you know,
Charlotte,
I you know I want Charlotte and
yeah,
Alexa because Alexa's my girl. But if the Bella twins are going to be in it, I think we both know they're going to give it to the Bellas.
yeah, I can see that happening too.
O
Again,
only
gone.
because only because it's like, oh, they've been teasing it, like, oh, we came back to win the women's tag titles. And when you look at it, they've been like the only like real legitimate women's tag team and not just a random pairing.
Hmm.
It would be a feel good moment. I think the fans would be happy, or or at least I feel like a majority of the fans would be happy, especially because Nikki and Brie are still very popular.
Hmm.
Um, Especially because when I looked at WWE World, Nikki sold out.
Oh wow, yeah. I look at there's no doubt about it. They're very popular still, but as far as in-ring stuff, I could care less. I could really care less. In fact, I mean, you go from that to a match that a lot of people wanted to see, from years to years now. But, we've already seen it over the last couple months, which is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. AJ's won every step of the way here. She got one over at WrestlePalooza. She beat Becky Lynch in War Games. Well, her team won. She won the title last month at Elimination Chamber. This is a slam dunk victory for Becky Lynch here, I think. Right.
Yeah, yeah, I do think I do think Becky gets the win here just because it's like, you know, Becky's like been the workhorse for the women's
Hmm.
division.
Yeah.
She's one of the best things going on in the women's division right now.
Hmm.
But I do think it's going to be a great match because AJ Lee has been getting better and better each
Yeah.
match she's had. So I have this has potential to be like their best match against each other. So,
Yeah.
but I do think Becky gets the win. But I would not be surprised if AJ Lee retains.
Yeah,
But I
absolutely.
do think Becky gets the win. But I won't be surprised if it is AJ.
No, I definitely can see Becky Lynch getting the win here because AJ's gotten she's gotten the victory every single way here. So they're gonna give a big win to Becky Lynch here at WrestleMania. And I would be very, very shocked if AJ Lee won.
But I also look at it like, do you really think they'd have AJ Lee lose her first WrestleMania in 11
Yeah,
years?
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I don't think it matters to her either, to the fans. I mean, look, she's won every step of the way, right? I mean, like, she won at
I know.
WrestlePalooza.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just doing it based off, past logic we've seen with WWE.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They're gonna want to give Becky Lynch the big win here, but we'll see.
Yeah. I think Becky does get the win.
Yeah. All right, then you have the women's world title match: Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. I think this is another slam dunk victory. I think we have an new women's world champion here, Liv Morgan.
And still Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh, you think Stephanie's gonna win?
hmm
Why is that?
I think just because like just based off like how hard she has worked, but also because like she hasn't really had a really good title feud until this feud, and I feel like they don't want her to lose her first big feud.
I
Um,
mean, she's already had the title for how many months?
like 200 something days.
Exactly. What do you mean this is not her first big feud? I mean, this is her first WrestleMania as champion, but I mean, look, she's already been champion for 200 some days. I think they're gonna go with something new here, giving the title to Liv Morgan. I think it would be, it also it's gonna reward Liv for being basically, I mean, Liv is a top five star in that company now. There's no doubt about it. Liv is, she's her right now. She's earned it. I think they're gonna give her the big win at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
then give her the world title, and
Her
she's
music
improved so
video,
much.
her music video was trash though.
I haven't even watched it. Probably, I mean, I will watch it. Again, it's Liv Morgan. I don't really have high expectations in that realm for her. We'll see how it is, but I think, in terms of her status, I think they're going to reward her for being a big, big star in that company. And yeah, I think see her walking out with a world title.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to
Also,
see.
Stephanie Vaquer's title run has just felt very flat, you know. But that's on creative too. That's on creative.
Yeah.
She wrestled Nikki Bella at Survivor Series. Like, that's not going to get anybody going right there. But then you have the night one main event. You have Pat McAfee taking on Cody. I'm sorry, Randy Orton. Randy Orton taking on Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. We'll see if they can really make this about these two guys in that main event, and if they can have a really great match. I think it's going to make up for all the bullshit that we've seen over the last few weeks. And people look at if they can go out there have a banger of a match, I think it's going to make up for a lot. At the end of the day, though, I'm going to say and you, 15-time world champion Randy Orton.
Yeah, and new.
And you? Yeah.
Just because I feel like because Randy's had so many title matches over the years and he's lost, and I feel like because he's kind of hinted he's at he's at the tail end of his career,
Hmm.
and it's like I think now is like the time to do it, and I feel like that's also why they put the title back on Cody,
Hmm.
because that way it's unfortunate because that means Cody's probably going to win it back a fourth time.
Probably.
Because if you look at it, the way Randy's been booked is very similar to how John Cena was booked last year.
Which is awful. It's awful, man. They have screwed up again. This is the second year in a row where they have screwed up the title match at WrestleMania. It's just horrendous. It really is. Especially this year. This year is
Should have
unforgivable.
should have been
Last year The
easy.
Rock walked out and look at they tried to make chicken salad out of chicken shit with the John Cena heel turn. It really didn't turn out well. But and that main event was fucking horseshit too. That was bad.
But they made up for it at SummerSlam.
They did. This year, they could all make up for it if they have a great match out there. And look at if Randy Orton he wins the title, then he gives Pat McAfee an RKO. Thank you, but no thank you. We don't need you. Go back to commentating. Go back to college football. This would be all forgiven. All right, night two of WrestleMania 42, Sunday, April 19th. This upcoming Sunday, we're gonna start off with Brock, the Beast. Brock Lesnar versus the Young Beast. I don't even know what they call him. I don't even know if his name.
Arula.
The
They call him
Ruler. There you go. The
the
Ruler.
ruler.
Oba Femi. Man, this will be on ESPN proper the first hour.
And
Man,
from what I heard, ESPN specifically requested for this match to be showed on
yeah.
ESPN.
I mean, look at they have gotten as bad as the Randy Orton and Pat McAfee and Cody Rhodes. Their all their stuff has been. They've gotten it right every step of the way with Oba and Brock. They
It
have
got
really.
so it got so intense they had to have them come out separately to sign the contract. Brock
Yeah.
came out, and then later in the night, Oba came out. So that's how I know, like, damn, it's big that they had to have both of them come out separately just to get that contract signed.
And this is building up the anticipation now for these big two bulls to go out in the ring and hopefully they can deliver. And
Yeah,
man, you know,
and you know what they say: if you're not the main event, you want to be the opening match because the opening match is the second biggest match of the night.
hmm And look, no bigger, no better way to build a new star than to give the big win to Obafemi on his first WrestleMania
He
to
he
beat Brock
should
Lesnar.
he
Yes.
should win for please 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 he should win because we've said this before in many in other episodes. WWE has a very, very hard time building new stars. They have a golden opportunity to build a new star here in Obafemi by having him beat someone of the caliber of Brock Lesnar.
hmm
It
The
would
golden
do
opportunity.
so much for him if he won. And
So,
especially
yep.
his reaction is getting louder and louder from the crowd each and every week.
Right, exactly. And you look at man, WWE has struggled for years to build new stars, and this is more than a slam dunk. This is a layup. This is falling into their laps here. They cannot screw this up.
And it's to make a similar point like what you said about Seth. Brock can afford the loss. A
Of
loss
course.
won't hurt Brock.
Yeah.
Brock's already a made man. The loss ain't gonna hurt Brock. And I
Right.
wouldn't be surprised if Brock himself has said, be like, no, I'll put him over.
hmm And
Because
hopefully it stays that way.
because also it takes a lot for Brock to just, sell for he doesn't just sell for anybody. So the fact that he's doing all this for Oba, you can tell
Right.
Brock sees something in Oba.
Right, absolutely. And so hopefully it stays that way and hopefully Brock, and look, they just continue to see it the way it is and Brock goes he does the job for Oba and that's how you build a new star for the future. And then look, man, we can get into the main event spoiler, but man, it's if you build up Obafemi the right way, this guy could be the world title match at SummerSlam. Maybe before that.
Yeah, I definitely do think Oba Femi will be world champion by the end of this year. I definitely see him being world champion by the end of the year.
hmm All right. You have
And
the
I
inter
and it's like I said, I know they're building Braun Breaker as the next big. No, I think Oba is the future,
I do too. You have the
especially for being a big guy. He can cut a promo. He's decent in the ring. He has everything they look for in a star, especially for him being a bigger guy.
mhm.
So, but anyways, on to the next,
You have the Intercontinental Championship ladder match.
which
Penta.
this match is going to be crazy
This is a car wreck. These matches are always
in
a car wreck.
a good way though.
You have Penta, Javon Evans, Rusev, Dragon Lee, JD
And
McDonough,
Rey
and
Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
You already know we're going to see a six spot with Javon Evans. We're probably going to
Yeah.
see a six spot from Penta, probably even JD because
Dude,
JD
these guys are just they're gonna put everything into this match, and it's gonna be one of those high spot. I mean, we've already seen them over the years. I
it's
mean,
going to
look
be
at
a
the
spot fest, but it's going to be
yeah,
it's going to be a spot fest, but in a good way that the fans are going to eat it up.
exactly. Either I could see Penta retaining or giving the title to Javon Evans.
Yeah, I think Penta retains just because he's hot right now.
hmm
And so I do think Penta retains, but if I had to pick a secondary, I would say Javon Evans. And this is a sleeper pick. This is a dark horse pick. JD McDonough.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And,
Nobody's
and I
thinking about
say
him.
JD McDonough because he's great in the ring.
Yeah,
And
nobody's thinking about him.
he's been through a lot, with the whole thing
Yeah,
with like his lungs and stuff. So
yeah.
I don't think he's going to, but I would not be upset if he did win the Intercontinental title.
I don't think anybody thinks Rey Mysterio is gonna win. I don't think anybody thinks Rusev is gonna win.
I think Ray's just in there, for the fact that it's like it's Rey Mysterio.
Rusev is just filling up a spot. And then, yeah, I think Javon Evans. I mean, if anybody's gonna win this besides Penta retaining, it'll be him. Um,
Yeah, we're probably gonna see an OG cutter
oh yeah,
off the ladder.
exactly. And then you have the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. Look, I mean,
The demon better win.
the Demon, yeah, exactly. The
They
Demon
killed the
better.
demon character. The demon character never ever should have lost. He should have beat Edge at WrestleMania. We
If only
haven't seen
Vince
him
McMahon was not
since.
in charge that night, he would have beat
Yeah,
him.
sh Finn should win. He deserves the win, especially because he took the pinfall last year
hmm
against Dom. Dom
Right,
pinned him to win the title.
right.
So I feel
Yeah.
like it would make sense, for Finn to get his revenge
hmm
and, beat Dom, and hopefully it inserts him into whether it's the Intercontinental title picture, or and hopefully it trends in the right direction for Finn Balor because Finn Balor is a great in-ring talent, and we haven't seen him as a babyface in what, like 6 years?
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe a little bit less,
Oh
but
no,
4 years.
no, yeah,
4 years. Yeah, but
yeah,
Finn Balor, look at Finn Balor's man, he's a former world champion. He's a guy that has been on the back burner. I mean, less than the back burner for a very, very several years now at this point,
And
and
and to think he doesn't have much time left in his career either, because I don't think a
no,
lot of people realize Finn Balor is in his 40s.
right, exactly. And so you want to give Finn Balor the big win at WrestleMania because again, it's thanking the guy for that's put in so much years into the WWE already 10 years of Balor.
Yeah,
And
and
look,
I know people are going to be like, "Oh, but then Barry Thompson." No, it's not going to hurt Dom.
no,
Dom got his moment last year.
and Dom's perfectly set up for Money in the Bank whenever that
That's
is.
what I mean. I was like, they're just doing this Finn and Dom feud, so so Finn can get away from Judgment Day,
Right.
and then this Dom is going to get moved into
Which, by the
the
way,
title
Judgment Day
picture.
after WrestleMania, I can't see that being a thing anymore.
Because you know what I could see happening in the Liv Morgan Stephanie Flair match.
Hmm.
I could see Roxanne turning on Liv.
Roxanne. Yeah, I could
I
too.
could see Roxanne turning on Liv, but Roxanne turns babyface.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Or, Roxanne and Raquel.
Raquel.
Yeah, you got to think about her as well.
Yeah. So
But then you have the United States Championship match, Sami Zayn, the booed Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. This is an interesting one because a lot of people are thinking a double turn might happen here.
I think a double turn should happen. Um,
Look, if you
I
look, we
do
just talked
see
about it
Trick.
with Oba.
I do see Trick winning the title here.
I don't actually. I think Sami Zayn retains, and I think if you want to do a good double
Double
turn,
turn,
Sami Zayn has to retain this title in nefarious ways. I think he has to cheat,
like a low blow.
a low blow, something where you don't expect him to do because he's for so long been cookie cutter, clean guy, always going to do the right thing. But we've seen Sami Zayn in the past be bad. It's not like it's totally out of his character, and you could tell that something's happening with Sami Zayn right now, where he's going to be fed up, and I can see Trick Williams having him, having this win, or sorry, having Sami Zayn almost beat, right? Kind of having him set up where it looks like Trick Williams is going to win. Sami Zayn does something to get that 3 count, and then that kind of sets up the double turn right there.
Perhaps this sets up in the future Sami Zayn winning the world title next year.
Maybe. I mean, look, I don't know. That seems,
Because like Sammy has said, oh look at you, Cody, you just get up the opportunity on a golden platter,
yeah,
and Cody's like, well maybe you should do something about it, and then
yeah,
Randy's like, you need to let the voices talk.
yeah,
So maybe Sammy finally snaps into that, puts him over the edge, and he's like, I'm done being the nice guy. I will do whatever it takes to win the world championship.
exactly,
And I feel like this feud with Trick Williams will kind of be kickstarting that because we've kind of already seen a more villainous side to Sammy.
exactly. Yep. Two more matches on the WrestleMania card. You have the WWE Women's Championship, Jade Cargill defending against Rhea Ripley. Again, I haven't really watched too much of SmackDown lately. How has this feud been built up lately?
Not, they just attack each other. Rhea took out Meechin and B-Fab. She wrestled both of them like back to back weeks.
I think this has a potential of being a good match, considering that Jade has
I
a
do think it's
lot
a
to
sleeper.
prove.
I do think it's a sleeper, but
Yeah.
I feel like if anybody's capable of giving Jade a good match, it is Rhea.
Is Rhea. Rhea is definitely a solid performer out there.
And Rhea has a solid resume at WrestleMania. She had 3 straight years of bangers,
Hmm.
39, 40, because it was a good match she had with Becky at 40, and then last year the triple threat. So
Right.
Rhea has a pretty good resume and showing at WrestleMania. So
Exactly.
Rhea steps up when it matters most, and I feel like she's gonna step up. She's gonna give Jade, her best match. But I say Jade is going to retain, and the only reason I say that is because I think Bianca's returning soon, and they're gonna do Bianca Jade for the title.
Right. Yeah. Again, I can see this being a good match. At the end of the day, I think Jade retains.
Yeah. Would I be surprised if Rhea wins? No.
No.
But I'm thinking of the fact that I do think Bianca is returning very soon.
Mm-hmm.
If not, Bianca might even return at WrestleMania. Who knows?
It could happen. It could
But
happen.
one thing I could see happening is perhaps on the SmackDown after WrestleMania, we see Bianca return and set their eyes on Jade and they feud for the title, and then Bianca wins the title.
It just depends on Bianca's fingers. I mean, the knuckle, the surgery that she had on. I mean, that
Yeah,
thing. Who knows where she's at in terms of her
yeah.
recovery?
If she's healed, I could see her returning as soon as either WrestleMania or the SmackDown after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Rhea should win." And I'm not going to disagree, but I think that's the money feud right now, and I don't think they want to have Jade Bianca be a non-title feud. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure they would want it to be for the title.
Right. Exactly. Anyways, we have our main event of WrestleMania weekend. CM Punk, the champion, the World Heavyweight Champion, defending against the Tribal Chief. Put one up, Ryan.
No.
Come on, put one up.
Nope. And still world heavyweight champion CM Punk. CM Punk.
As much as I love
CM
CM
Punk.
Punk, and trust me, I am a CM Punk fan. Look at man, I think Roman Reigns walks out of WrestleMania champion.
I don't want a part-time champion.
Nobody wants a part-time champion either, but I do think that
I
something.
want somebody, I want a fighting champion who shows up every week, and that's CM Punk.
Look, I love CM Punk,
Because believe it or not, CM Punk is a full timer. Whether you want to believe it or not, Punk is a full timer.
but I was thinking about this. I mean, look, if you have Oba beat Brock, man, I mean, look that main event for SummerSlam, Roman versus Oba, that'd be big.
It would be, but I also think Opa Punk would be big too.
I don't think it'd be big as it's just styles. I think yeah.
Okay, it may not be as big, but you can't deny. I still
No,
think
CM
Opa
Punk
Punk
is a
would be a
huge,
big
huge
match.
star. Like I'm not
It would
saying
be a big match,
it would
but
be
would it
a
be
huge
bigger
match.
than Roman Oba?
But here's the
No,
deal.
I do think Roman Oba is like the marquee match.
But like okay, CM Punk, no doubt is the like he's easily the number two, three guy in WWE right now. I mean, some could say he's number one. Obviously, CM Punk is a huge, huge star, and I love CM Punk. But Roman has been the guy in WWE for forever now. He's been the guy. Yeah, you have Cody and everything, but it's still Roman at times, And if you were to have book a match between Roman, who's been the guy since, forever, a decade plus, and you're building against Obafemi, against a guy that is, proclaimed to be the future of this business, that'd be a huge, huge SummerSlam match. Huge. I think the story goes better with Roman and Oba. If you were to have Roman Reigns pick up the victory, win the world title at WrestleMania, take it to SummerSlam, just several months, and drop it to Oba.
What one gripe I have with Roman, not that I'm like against him winning, it's just the fact that it's like Roman himself said, "Oh, the world title is the secondary title. It's the consolation prize because nobody could beat me." But now he's challenging for it. It's like, dude, you're the one that called it a consolation prize.
Yeah, because well, look, he's gonna say that for whatever title he doesn't have, right?
Then he'll be like, "Oh, the WWE title is beneath me."
Because it depend like for these guys, whatever title they don't have, they're gonna say it. That's all it is. But if the world title's on Roman, he's gonna make it to seem like it's just what we talked about with MJF a few weeks ago. Because MJF is holding the AEW world title, he's gonna talk about it being the number one title in the business. That's what they do.
Did you hear what Roman said about AEW?
But
Roman said that there is no true competition, and if you want to be at the tippy top, it's WWE.
sure, you can say that. I mean, WWE doesn't think that.
He's not wrong.
WWE does not think that. WWE certainly thinks that AEW is competition.
Yeah, but they're not gonna say it publicly.
No, of course not. Of
Well,
course not.
behind the scenes, yeah. But are they gonna say it publicly? No.
I don't know, man. They wouldn't they wouldn't try and screw AEW as much as they have been if they didn't think that they're a competition.
Quit being an AEW mark.
Well, we're gonna talk about AEW,
No,
but
we're not.
oh yes we are. We just got off of AEW Dynasty,
We're
but
we're
before
glossing over
that,
we're glossing
before
over
that,
AEW.
are you so you're saying that Punk's gonna retain in the main event of
Yes,
WrestleMania?
I think Punk's gonna retain, and I think something's gonna. I don't know what, but I do think something's gonna happen
I
in
do
the
think
middle.
I do think
I mean, you
something's
said it too. You said you think something's gonna happen.
hmm Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what it is, but I think something's gonna happen.
I think so too. And I don't know if it's going to be a bloodline return or reuniting of them or something, but I do think something's going to carry on where Roman Reigns is going to win.
I know who you. I know who you want.
Hmm.
I know who you want.
Hmm. Who?
You want your final boss. I know that's who you
Oh,
want.
that'd be amazing. Put the Rock and come
I
back.
know that's who you want.
No, yes.
But it's one of those things too. It's like if they want to do Roman Rock, they kind of got to do it. It's basically now or never.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, basically.
I could see them having that match at Saudi Arabia.
I could see the Rock versus Roman Reigns next year at WrestleMania too. I
Yeah,
could.
and I'm saying that I was like, if they're gonna do it, it's got to be now.
Exactly.
I'm not saying they got to have the match now. They got to start building to it now.
I don't think they have to start build. Well, they do definitely have to start
Or
something.
at least tease it.
Yeah.
At least tease it.
Right. And it would be something for The Rock to show up. I think that'd be tremendous big business for them.
Especially if the Rock is like, hey, I entrusted you, then you lost your title and you came back, and then you were a man of the people again.
Yeah, and then, look at everybody loves The Rock. You love seeing The Rock on TV.
Oh God,
Ah,
God, no, I don't.
it's The
I
Rock.
don't. But I feel like if the Rock were to get involved in any storyline, I feel like this makes the most sense.
Yeah.
He
It
shouldn't have
does.
been involved in my GOAT retirement tour.
And
But
let's speak of that quickly. John Cena is supposed to be on both nights of WrestleMania. Do you think he's going to be in the jorts and
uh,
t-shirt? They released a new t-shirt for him.
they released a new T-shirt, but I think the T-shirt is primarily for WWE World.
Yeah.
I do think he's going to be because he did say all my appearances from now on will be in a suit.
Yeah, I think Cena's in the suit, but we'll see. Maybe.
Maybe it's one of those things, but maybe he has the T-shirt like underneath it,
hmm
and then like say if it's like, oh my God, I seen you to get physical, and he like takes it off, and then he has the shirt,
hmm
and then before he gets physical, then like somebody comes out or something.
hmm
Like I could see that, but no, I don't think he's gonna get physical. Although I would love to see, but I don't think he's gonna get physical.
Who
Um,
knows? He can give somebody an attitude adjustment.
yeah, I hope he gives Gunther an attitude
Oh
adjustment.
God, no, it's possible.
I hope he chokes out Gunther.
Anyways, moving off of WrestleMania, that was our WrestleMania predictions. Obviously, WrestleMania is this Sunday. What do you guys think is
This
going to happen?
Saturday and Sunday. This
Saturday and
Saturday
Sunday.
and
What do you guys think is going to happen? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to see your feedback. Email us. But before we end today's podcast, AEW had their AEW Dynamite pay-per-view this past Sunday. It was in,
AEW Dynasty, right?
sorry, Dynasty was in
And
Vancouver, Canada.
we saw a surprising thing. The biggest thing that stood out to me was Ricochet beat uh Jericho because yes, he's called Jericho now. It's not Chris Jericho. They got rid of Chris.
Yeah, it's still Chris
It's
Jericho.
Jericho now.
But
And then
yeah,
one thing is because Chris Jericho is getting old and he's unoriginal and run out of ideas, he had to bring back the list
the
of
list.
Jericho.
I think that was a one-time deal because people love the list. I'm
Yeah,
gonna put you on the list.
and it's funny because he even said himself in interviews, he's like, no, he's like the list wasn't supposed to take off like it did. He's like, but everybody loved it, so I just ran with it.
Right. Hey, look, Ryan, if you're not careful, I'm gonna put you on the list.
I'm gonna put you on the list if you don't shut your mouth and show me some respect.
Anyways,
But
the
no,
Young Bucks defeated
but
Kazuchika Takeshita. Sorry,
no,
Kenosuke
no,
Conteshna.
no. Omega and Kaneshita beat the Young Bucks.
What? Omega was in the main event.
There was a tag match, and I could.
The Young Bucks defeated Kazuchika Okada and Takeshita Takesh. Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
Kenosuke Takeshna.
I thought I saw something
No,
with Kenny Omega and
Omega was in the main event versus MJF. Anyways, Ricochet defeated Chris Jericho. Then you had Darby Allin defeat Andrade to become the number one contender for the AEW World Title. And then the TNT Championship was on the line, the vacant TNT World Championship. Kevin Knight wins. And then the AEW World Trios Championship. Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly defeated the Conglomerate. Kyle O'Reilly returned and won the titles. The AEW World Tag Team Championships were defended. FTR defeated Edge and Christian. which was it's a dream matchup for most people, but kind of 10 years
Yeah.
too late.
John Moxley defeated Will Ospreay for the AEW Continental title. I did see that.
Yeah.
Tekla defeated Jamie Hayter. I did
Yep.
see that. Well, I didn't like watch it, but those are like some of the highlights I saw.
And then the AEW World Championship was on the line in a great matchup between MJF. He defeated Kenny Omega. Omega's not the competitor he once was 10 years ago, but still a decent wrestler. They primarily focused on Omega's stomach problems from the past, the
Diverticulitis.
diverticulitis, yeah, all of that. But MJF continues, so let's see when and where Darby Allin challenges MJF for the world title, because I could really see Darby taking that title off of MJF. But we'll see. That was AEW Dynasty. But Ryan, man, are you looking forward to WrestleMania? Going back onto that subject?
I am. I am. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a WWE fan. I just saying that because it is WrestleMania and I know last year's was disappointing. And so I feel like this year might be a slept on WrestleMania and I feel like it has the potential to be a great not I'm not saying it's gonna be the greatest WrestleMania of all time, but I do think there's potential for it to be a good WrestleMania.
I do think so too.
And
I think
and I know everyone's like, oh, the matches aren't that great. That's the thing. We've had a lot of matches that don't look great on paper, and then they end up being some of the best matches of the entire year.
right.
And I think we have those underrated gems in Seth and Gunther. The IC title ladder match.
Yeah,
And so
all that.
I'm excited. I mean, I know I'm excited to see my goat be the host. You better watch your mouth because that's the goat, and you're going to acknowledge your goat. He's the real tribal chief.
Stone Cold's not advertised to be there, so.
John Cena is the real tribal chief.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to WrestleMania too. WrestleMania, look at even though it has been a shit build, this has an opportunity to be a really good WrestleMania still, and I really hope that we come out of both nights saying, "Man, that was a really good show."
And I feel like if they can put on a good WrestleMania, like okay, I'm sure the people are still going to criticize creative, but then it'll be less people can be like, okay, maybe creative starting to turn it around.
Yeah,
Or maybe something's starting to change. I mean, I know the match Mike's looking forward to most is Randy and Cody because
oh, the Bella Twins,
I know
yes,
he
yeah.
loves no I know you love Pat
Uh,
McAfee. I know you want to see Pat McAfee win the WWE
I don't know what
Championship.
you're talking about. I'm gonna be watching the Lakers
That's
and
what you want.
Rockets game
No,
one.
you know what's great is on the Pat McAfee show. Pat came out with the WWE title.
Again, I'm gonna be watching the Lakers versus
No,
Rockets.
you're
I don't know
not.
what you're gonna be watching.
I'm going to be watching WrestleMania Saturday, and you're going to be watching it with me.
But before we end today's podcast, look, guys, WrestleMania both nights 1 and 2. We're gonna be live streaming the main event, so hop on
Main
onto our
event
social medias
and over Brock.
and over Brock. So
Because I'm excited for that one. So I told you I was like, let's do Oba Brock because I know we're both excited for that one.
exactly. So look, we're looking forward to it. I know you guys will be looking forward to hop onto our social medias on TikTok,
And we
Instagram.
and we will probably record right after to give our immediate reactions.
Exactly. So there it is, guys. Looking forward to WrestleMania. If you're looking forward to WrestleMania, drop it in down below. Give us our comments. And if you don't watch WrestleMania, you are cursed. We have,
Me and Mike should be going to Vegas, but
you know,
Mike's
oh yeah,
Mike
yeah, yeah.
Mike's busy. He has bills to pay. So
Exactly.
he has
Exactly.
bills to pay, and then I unemployed. So,
Right.
but
Anyways,
we went last year. We had a great time last year. I know I did because I primarily went to go see my goat.
right.
I don't think I could
Exactly.
have asked for anything better because I saw him win 17 and I got to meet him and get a picture with him. I wanted to do it again, but Mike's like, "Don't you dare do it." I'm like, "I'll do it." He's like, "There's no way you'll
Hey,
do it."
I'll tell
I'm
you what
like,
to do, man. It's your money, but I'm just advising you.
"Hey, I flew to Washington D.C. for him."
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Anyways, all right, guys. Find
That
us on
does it
social
for this
medias at
episode of
our.
Wrestling with Ryan and Mike. Again,
Mhm.
stay tuned on Saturday, Sunday because we will definitely live stream the main events. And like Mike said, follow us on Instagram, Twitter. I know it's called X. I still call it Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts. And yeah,
And then I'm just going to meet Ryan for the rest of the show. I'm joking with you. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you next
until
time.
next time.